Welcome, trainers, to the Poke Battle Network. Today, we are going to take a look at the Ingot Cup. Did I say that right, Brown? The Ingot?
You did, King.
Yeah! Words! So we're going to take a look at the Ingot Cup with my boy, Brownballer. We did this a couple months back where I did a matchup, or Brown did a matchup, and then we broke down how the team felt while we're watching the matchups play out. So today, Brown, we have very special guest, Jacoloco, the number 2 in DevonCorp. So we've got the number 1 earlier this month, and now we got the number 2 to really break down this meta. And it's really exciting with what we got.
Not only that, we also have the number 3 as well.
Who? Brownballer?
No, Sosaflo.
Sosaflo's number 40. Sosaflo's number 40 is probably
he's number 1 in our hearts.
Oh,
he's number 1 in our hearts.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am ranked as well. Brown, we're waiting for you to get ranked in this, but we took a look at the meta. We did the Pokemon that me, you, and Ryblet, the number 1 battler and Devon right now, suggested. And I'm not going to lie, I really like this whole team all together as like a core. I think maybe the fire was a little double. Maybe I might not need it, but we'll have to play it out. But looking at this right now, I was really happy when I put all 6 of these in one room. And I was like, wait a minute. This is a team.
Yeah, it's a pretty good team. I mean, I see a lot of similarities between the two, both having Nidoking, both having Magmar, both having Umbreon. Jacoloco did go a little soft on the fire. Fire's ranked very highly on PV Poke. So I'm very curious to see how it plays out. I don't like the Escavalier pick. I think it's just gonna be tough to bring in this meta.
With
overall.
the new Razor Shell too. I know we talked about getting that early water damage. Okay, I know Razor Shell. Look, brother, let me tell you something. When you can take a game from Ryblet because you get to a Razor Shell before he gets to the Hydro Cannon, you gotta respect the Razor Shell and the usage of it. Says the guy who brought out like, hey, how's Muddy Water with Stunfisk? Yeah, don't eye roll me.
Bulky.
Don't eye roll me on that.
Just having a double weakness to fire
and
just a fire heavy meta, that's very safe to bring fire types. Like realistically, your Tentacruel is the only thing that doesn't want to see the fire types don't want to see, which
right.
I mean, looking at this, you have 1, 2, 3 mons that resist Tentacruel's poison jabs, and the fires do not want to face Tentacruel. Umbreon's fine in Tentacruel. Your Umbreon looks pretty safe as well. So, I mean, I'm curious to see what both your thought processes are. Maybe you can also highlight what your process for every decision you made was. That'd be pretty, I think, informative.
Yeah. For every decision, how do you think about every matchup in battle? Give us the micro plays and everything. It's like you can't teach this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, how many? There's not that many decisions you make in a battle. To be fair.
No, but I mean, you have to make those micro adjustments and read the field for sure.
Yeah.
I think that so far when I first take a look at this, like I said, I put our 6 together and I was actually really happy with it. There are a few Pokemon I would like to play with, and I'm going to probably do some more testing with, but I wanted to show up to Jacoloco with somewhat of a team, so I was like, let's test our 6. But I might be really intrigued by Crawdilly because of the grass and that rock slide coverage. It's really good. And then another one is the, I'm going to slaughter this name, the Armaldo. Because it's got Fury Cutter and it can get to charge moves so quickly. And again, it's another one of those. If Umbreon is going to be the safest swap in this meta, you should at least have something that's going to put that bench pressure down. Like if you looked at my team right now, Umbreon looks like it's the best safe swap ever. He can save up energy and pull it out. That's why my Nidoking has Mega Horn, so that if I do catch Umbreon like that, I can hit with Mega Horn, but that's why I want to try out Armadillo, because it's got that Fury Cutter, it's got that bug typing, so it helps me get that extra damage down on one of the best save swaps I'm going to throw out there. One of the 2 best save swaps in this meta. And we'll talk about the second save swap as the tournament goes forward, as we go forward.
Now the Armaldo, that might be something I appreciate your spice, but I think I might have to disagree with you on that one. Just because what I've seen with playing Armaldo,
Hmm?
like it always looks good and then it always
No,
underperforms
no,
a
don't
lot.
say that.
It always
No,
underperforms.
don't say that to me. Dang it. Fine. I'm still gonna look into it.
I,
Um,
I would say yes, absolutely look into it and let's have some fun with it. But I have a feeling it's going to underperform.
I hope not. I hope it doesn't. I hope that we have a great performance from all of those Pokemon that were allowed and accessed because there's a reason they're there. I've done a couple of extra battles on the side and I've come across Thunderfang Steelix too. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, buddy, I see where you're at. That's why I know you don't like the Escavalier. I know you're not a fan of counter, but with the new Razor Shell and with Steelix and Umbreon and that steel typing and these rocks that are allowed, having that counter, having that drill run, having that Razor Shell, if you do get caught with fires, could very well play for some battler. So I don't want you to think it's all out, but um, I just think that there's going to be usage for fighting moves. That's why Magmar is so high up there with Karate Chop.
Yeah, but I think it's typing. It's typically,
Yeah.
a blessing for it. But I think it's going to be, it's,
It's
it's
going to be
very
tough. Oh, it's
dangerous.
going to be absolutely. But if you look at
Yeah.
my team, besides the two fires, everything else nothing else can really take a counter. He can farm down all those dark typings and that rock typing on that dragon. So
Well,
it's definitely
your
got some
Nidoking,
play. It's definitely got some
your Nid,
play. But
your
Nido,
Nidoking's pretty good into it. So I
yeah.
mean, I think Nidoking is just a better Escavalier
Ooh, with the
here.
double kick, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am playing the number 2 in the world, who's also ranked number 47 and is a special. He won a special event. Oh my God, what was the event he just won? Well,
LA.
nope,
But,
nope. Bogado. He just won the Bogado special event, the Play Pokemon
oh,
special event, and then he won LAIS. So he's already punched his ticket to Worlds. He's number 2 in the world. So really excited to have Jacoloco 2 joining us and doing this participation. Looking at his team, Brown, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what to do. I really here's a few takeaways I do take away. If it's going to be safe swap Umbreon, here's a key factor that a lot of folks don't know. That Tyrant Dragon Tail is so big to feast on Umbreon. I think it's just maybe one shield, and then you just walk away with tons of energy. You can throw whatever charge move you want. I prefer the Dragon Claw because it's less energy, but build up to the Ancient Power if you want to try to boost it. They do about the same amount, but that Dragon Tail chunks it down. It beats it in the long game, and I am here for it. So I took that information. I know that Umbreon itself is a safe swap, so I have to be aware of Mirror Umbreons or the Escavalier. And then I wanted to play my Nidoking. So I
your
wanted to play my
your
Nidoking.
Nidoking looks very, very
Yeah.
strong. I mean, you have super effective damage, fast moves on the Umbreon and the uh Arctibax. You Nidoking mirror clearly. You're in a very good spot against their Escavalier. You're
Mm-hmm.
in a decent spot against. Actually, I think you win. You're pretty decent spot actually against the Magmar.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Tentacruel isn't that great. Um, I would personally run double ground moves on Nidoking. I think it's just better.
Of
I know
course.
we've had opinions and discussions on that, so I think it's going to be just team dependent. I
Yeah.
think it's going to have more play and others just based on your team. So I mean, let's maybe see how this first battle goes out. What were you thinking? I mean, I think your Umbreon looks really dang safe. Your Nidoking looks pretty dang strong, and then I think you just bring a third. So I mean,
I brought the Tyrant
personally,
as my third. So my
yeah.
actually my first three, I wanted to go with the Quillfish lead, I believe.
See,
I
I don't
really
know about that Tyrant though, because you aren't really beating the Arctibax. You aren't really beating the Umbreon. The Escavalier is not a great matchup for it. You aren't really beating the Magmar or the Nidoking. So it's like I don't know if I agree with the Tyrant though. I don't think it really beats anything.
Again, when people bring in Umbreon Save Swap, I just bring Tyrant in, and it's just so beautiful. And here we go. We get the Quillfish right into
Good.
the Magmar Karate Chopping. So
This is we're running Poison
we're
Sting.
running Poison Sting because I like to generate that energy quickly. Here comes the Umbreon. We counted to 4. There it is. So I'm going to throw. I've got up to 2 Aqua Tails ready to go. I really like Poison Sting over Poison Jab, especially because it does the mirror. So now I've chunked it away,
So
and now I just bite down. He's at 6,
sorry,
7.
what was your third again?
The third there is Umbreon itself because I didn't want to
See,
do mirror.
I would have done mirror in this place. I'm assuming you're running Last Resort, right?
Yes, I am.
Especially if Last Resort. That's something I definitely learned in Toronto is just play the Umbreon mirror.
Okay.
Just do it. It's never a bad play.
No, it's not.
Because people will hate you for it. They will hate you for doing it.
You might hate yourself for it too.
No, I don't. And honestly, that's a strategy I found actually helped me come in second place in Toronto is forcing myself into the Umbreon mirror.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean,
it worked for you in that meta. So yeah.
Yeah.
So no shields were given by him. The Tyrant is back up and going because he's trying to get his Magmar probably energy, and he brings in the King. It's like, uh-oh. Come on, baby. Come on, Tyrant. With all that XL HP, you should be able to get to it. So,
yeah,
loving the fact I can throw this damage down or get a shield, and I get the shield. Look at how much Dragon Tail did right there. Like, that is just pure Dragon Tail. Now, it's in the red. I'll take this. I can take the damage here because of that poison type, and I didn't want to bring back out my Quillfish. So I'll take the Earth Power. No debuff. Doesn't even do half my health yet. So double kicked me there. I've got a shield. I'm almost up to 2 foul plays. So I'm going to take this. I believe it's a sand attack. No, it's another Earth Power. But I survive. So I'm not really worried about it. And did you see the swap? Yeah. Did you see the swap? They made the swap.
I did not. But did you pivot here? Because, I mean, you have at least like a little under an Aqua Tail loaded.
No, I have one. I had one Aqua Tail loaded.
Wait, what swap?
What's up? Because I am halfway to or I'm 1 tap away to another foul. I'm about to get my second Aqua Tail. He's got 1 shield. Also, the Umbreon is 1 star away from foul play. So I'm here. We're doing it. We get to the second Aqua Tail. We bank the energy. We'll see what Aqua Tail does to Magmar. Will your Quillfish do it?
You should do it.
Oh,
yeah.
So yeah, the situation turned out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what I like as your second move for Quillfish though. I mean,
Shadow Ball. I don't agree with it either. No, I agree with you. I don't like it either.
Especially if Umbreon being so prominent is.
Because of that too. That's why I was like, I'll change it. I'll probably go with Ice Beam because I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure Stunfisk is gonna play on most of these teams too. Stunfisk.
Well, Aqua Tail should be fine versus that, but I mean, I think Sludge Bomb as your second move might be better than
for the queens and the kings too. For the ground Needle King and Queen.
Well, why would you not just throw Aqua Tail at it? It's super effective.
Ice Beam could one-shot KO.
I would just do water damage is just at a premium. I think I was very intrigued by the Poison Sting. I just assumed jab off the first thought, but I mean,
I don't like jab. I think because in the mirror matchups, Sting gets to the move before jab.
Yeah, I think that Sting was a really good play,
and that's why I keep that Sting for it because it gets to the energy. It's a 3-turn move. Most of the moves he got are 3-turn moves on here, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good here.
Yeah.
After that, I'm like, okay, Quillfish is never gonna catch fire like this again. Let's bring my own fighter typing, and see if he brings in the Tentacruel this time. Because I didn't bring anything that Tentacruel would be there, so I think I can be safe bringing my Magmar this time around without worrying about Tentacruel showing up.
Well, if you're Magmar in particular, I think if I was you, I'd probably lead it just because the ability to farm something down and then land a Sands So if you do get in that awkward matchup, you can at least try and find a way to flip it.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see what position you put it in or thoughts were.
I'm pretty
But I
sure
think,
I
yeah,
lead it, and I do
Umbreon.
the same back too, because I didn't even reveal. Oh no, I did reveal the third. So I lead
This
with
is
it, and so and I bring in the king. I kept the Umbreon and I brought in the king for this matchup. And he brings in the Escavalier. Now, we were talking about this. I don't think Ninetales is going to stick around. I think everybody's going to be bringing Magmar as their fire and then something else. So I think Escavalier could play so well here in this meta. So now we're going to get Umbreon on the Nidoking. Umbreon near half health. First off, CAP goes to the Nidoking. Take note of that. That's a huge note, folks. Here comes the Megahorn. And there goes the Umbreon. No! But that was a heck of a lot more damage than an Earth Power. And if people aren't watching Poke Battle
what were
Network,
your thoughts on not shielding that move, I guess?
just take it. I have 2 shields. I want to keep.
But I guess my question for you here is that Nidoking King seems very valuable. At least health for it feels very strong.
It does. It does. And I think that I have better chances soaking up the damage there and getting the foul play, because I know it's not a psychic. It was foul play. So I was able to do that, take about half health damage, and then put the pressure down on my opponent, which I'm doing right now because we know it's the bug type, and the bug doesn't want to see the fire. The bug can't take a sand tomb. So I'm giving up the shield here. Because I'm already at my second Sand Tomb. So let's get it. Let's double debuff this thing. He is locked in now on a double debuff. Will I get the second shield? Yes. And there's the second shield. There's the first shield. Here comes Umbreon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's not safe swapping it. He's not locked in there. That was the answer after the Umbreon went down. But he's got the king in the back. Umbreon's going to do some damage here. Again, there's no charge move from this thing that I'm truly afraid of.
Megahorn.
Oh, that's right. It does have Megahorn. And it's Acid Spray.
Yeah, let's go.
Somebody pays attention to Brown.
I love Acid Spray.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in a comfortable spot. Although that Nidoking is still not done yet. I mean, he doesn't shield here.
My Nidoking isn't done, and neither is my Magmar. Remember, my Magmar is still about
right
in the red.
You can't. You have. Oh wait.
So immediate swaps. I'll take the charge move.
I guess if you would have let your Umbreon get farmed down, you would at least have your switch still available and had a shield potential.
A double shield. Understand. Looking at what Sand Tomb did, I'm pretty happy about the defense here on Magmar. That was pretty exciting there. So I get his final shield. 2, 3, and now I'm sitting here going, oh no. I got to go with my own king. 4, 5, and I have the Sand Tomb. So feeling good right there. But yeah, after your second Sand Tomb, you're left with a little extra energy. So it's not as high to get to with the double kick. And
that was close.
With Nidoking being the only thing, yeah. But yeah, Megahorn came through for me like I wanted it to. And the king being king doing kingly things, man.
Yeah, I'd say, that king definitely, I like the way Jacoloco played that king. I think that king is pretty good. I think Umbreon's pretty good. I don't see a clear answer to the Umbreon safe swap. I think the Umbreon counter swap is the best Umbreon safe swap answer.
Yeah,
I don't like Tyrant. I don't think it's good. I think there's just better stuff. Like a Charizard is just better than I think a Tyrant.
Okay, that'd be interesting if people bring in Fire Spin Charizard or
Dragon Breath
Charizard. I don't agree with you there. But when I was talking to Jacoloco, he said that he felt that there wasn't really any hard counters in this meta, that you could have some soft wins and soft losses. So maybe once you find what 6 Pokemon you can bring or you're going to bring, you can find those soft, where are you going to leave with the most energy, the optimized energy by the time your Pokemon is in the deep red. Like, are you going to be able to get to that foul play? Are you going to be able to get to that sand tomb when you're in that deep red? Is your opponent's snarls or double kicks going to take you down?
Now, we haven't seen the Tentacruel, have we?
We have not seen the Tentacruel, which is, like I said, I don't think I brought in Double Dark against him in the first matchup, so I don't think the Tentacruel would come. So I was like, all right, we brought the Macargo. It's time to play with the Ninetales. I had to play with my Ninetales.
Well, Double Dark would not scare the Tentacruel away. If anything, I'd say, man, I don't know why the Tentacruel's not coming. It's too dang good into your line.
Oh my god, Tentacruel. I've been playing with Tentacruel too, and it's been super good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the meta was whatever you want lead, Umbreon Tentacruels in the back for everybody. Here we go. As I've said, I wanted to bring my Ninetales, get that 6 in, and I'm actually really excited to have it on here because Fire Spin got that boost, and I do get to Scorching Sand, so I want to see how this matchup plays out. Buddy, the Fire Spins are doing it.
Okay, this is an interesting. I'm surprised you just didn't go Weather Ball. This thing's so glassy.
Like, the Fire Spins are putting in the work. So I'm going to shield the first Sand Tomb, which I probably shouldn't because of the defense. But I want to see if he remembers about Scorching Sand, which he should. He has played tons of Devon. Yes. Do I get the debuff? Oh, no, there is no Scorching Sand debuff. There is.
There's an attack debuff.
There's an attack debuff. And there he is again with the charge move. I'm like, oh, Ninetales.
I don't think this kills.
Go. You just let me down. So a debuff, and it doesn't. I was like, oh. So now if I don't shield... And I definitely made a mistake here. I definitely should have just gone with the Weather Ball for sure. But if you don't shield that first sand attack, Ninetales can soak up these Nidokings. So it's really interesting that that's the play. And we're back to the Umbreon. I'm like, all right, 4. There it is.
What's your back bonds on here? It's Umbreon and H-Quill, it looks like.
Yep. Nope, Tyrant. It's Tyrant and H-Quill. I know you hate it. You don't want to see it.
See, this is because I guess I see why you put the Tyrant in here because you really can't hit it. So I mean, I'm assuming they would have Last Resort.
I would assume, but they hit me with foul plays, and I'm like, all right. And then they bring in Eska, and I'm like, crap. This is so bad because Ninetales would have smoked the Eska. But Ninetales is gone, and now I've got to take this Dark has to take these effective counters. So get to the Aqua Tail.
I mean, Aqua Tail's lethal from here.
I know, but I don't.
Although we're not shielding.
And it is
that one
so super effective. I was so like, oh, that's how Drill Run plays. Okay. Ow.
So, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see that Tentacruel. I was really shocked on that one.
I was too. It's so thick.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tyrant is very droppable. I think Nidoking looks really, really good. I think Umbreon looks really, really good. I think Tentacruel looks really, really good.
Yeah.
I think those 3 you can justify always bringing. And then, what are the other ones? I think I wasn't as sold on Magmar in these battles, to be honest.
I understand, but I am sold on Magmar as the key fire. Because a lot of the fire typing have Incinerate or Ember, and you can find ways to catch your opponent stuck in a 5-turn move while you generate that energy real quickly. We just talked about how a lot of battlers or a lot of battles might end up soft wins where your Pokemon's limping out, right? But if you know your Pokemon's got a little health and it's just 1 or 2 more karate chops before the Incinerate goes through or whatever, then you can still get your charge move off. And so that I feel like will play. That might be a turning point for it. I do agree that Tentacruel should be playing. I don't think Quillfish is the way, and I don't think Ninetales is the way.
I disagree on the Ninetales. I kind of liked how it played. I think if you just went straight Weather Ball versus the Nidoking, you'd just been a better spot.
Probably.
I don't know if Scorching Sands is the play. I mean, I know ground damage looks really good. I think Side Shock might be a little better in this meta.
Ooh. Yeah, and a lot of stuff has that poison. The only
Because
reason
you can,
I'm bringing Scorching Sands obviously is for these Toxapexes and
well, yeah.
Tentacruels that are gonna
Oh,
come out,
I'm curious Toxapex as well. I mean,
and the
th-
Stunfisk, because those are pretty big damaging things. And whether I would
I
like
mean,
to one shot KO, but
we
I
were
understand where you're
we,
coming from.
we were talking about Tentacruel a lot, and I kind of think we kind of maybe under
No,
assessed
no,
Toxapex.
I'm not gonna go for Toxapex. All Toxapex
I
is a thick tank to soak up damage. It is not a Tentacruel gives you, and hear me out. Tentacruel gives you that attack water that is so valuable here, where Toxapex's brine doesn't. And you could even go and do Sludge Wave on Tentacruel with it. So you don't need to hit the acid spray. You could go Sludge Wave and
well,
Scald. And I don't think Toxapex can provide that
I
power
I
in this meta.
I would disagree actually there
Okay.
because I mean you both have 50 energy water moves. Yes, Scald is significantly better than Brine, sure, but at the same time you got so much bulk there, and you both, and if you want to run the second sludge move, I mean I think it's basically the same thing, it's just better. So I mean
I
I
in
will be.
condensed metas, I think that your boy Tentacruel's more. Scald is just such a great move. Like Scald is just such a great move.
Mhm.
Where
Yeah, so just
Brine isn't like super. So and then again, like on his team, the only thing that Brine is really gonna hit is Magmar and Nidoking, and it's not gonna be that great. Where Scald is gonna do some good damage against that Umbreon save swap, against the opponent's
well,
Tentacruel, against
Sludge
that.
Wave is going to do incredible damage against the Umbreon.
Right. So like, I, uh, Toxapex, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I love Toxapex. I think it's a great Pokemon. I would keep it over Tentacruel for sure, but I don't think it's without that water pressure, because water's so good. I don't think Toxapex is the way. But I
Yeah.
know there'll be amazing battlers out there that can prove me wrong.
Yeah. So speaking of amazing battlers to prove you wrong, do you know of any tournaments at all that these amazing battlers watching can partake in?
Do I? Great call, folks. This Saturday, February 8th, we are going to have the EUIS battling this Ingot Cup that we have been talking about here at Poke Battle Network. That's why we wanted to get this matchup out and get these battles out, because everybody can join this tournament. And the only catch is that, just like Jacoloco, who won it, you can go and win the EUIS. You just won't get the rewards, because those are specifically for that region. So the rewards will be there, but you will be able to get your ticket into Devon World and get yourself slotted already without doing any other meta. Just looking at you, Brown. You have wonderful cast of Spleen June. We got Dusko. Sorry for slaughtering this name. Zuko, a great judge there at the Play Pokemon scene. He'll be casting as well, with our old boy Jokes coming back to the scene. And the head judge, you've seen him on this channel. I've interviewed him for many of the tournaments of the Play Pokemon in the early days. Nexus Ilya. So it is going to be this Saturday, 5 p.m. UTC, as you see here below, whatever that is for you down there. AEST, I don't know if you're that dedicated for it, but come on down and try it if you want. But yes, this is going to be a huge tournament for all these top tier battlers, and we have some amazing casters at the Devon Showdown. So be sure to check out twitch.tv/DevonPogo for this incredible tournament fun, or sign up for it.
Which one is AEST?
APAC, Australia. I would think it's Australia.
Cool. Okay, cool.
They're more ahead of everybody. They're always ahead of everybody.
Is there a link that people can have to sign up, or where can they sign up and find more information at?
Bloop, down below, you can go sign up. I'll post a link in the video, and then also we will have the Discord, the Devon Discord link that you can sign up. They post their announcements every time there is a big old announcement, they go on the 21st, give us our meta information right there, so we're up to date before the next month starts.
Yeah, and also while you're down there, don't make sure you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps us out. So definitely willing to plug that there. So definitely appreciate you guys for spending time and watching this.
Brown, are you gonna get an Ingot Cup in?
I would like to. That's what I was looking at right now. I know I'm not supposed to be like being distracted while we're recording, but I feel like this counts as being allowed to do that. But yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've seen more requests on Flash for Everyone this month for Ingot meta for scrims and tournaments than I have in any previous meta prior. And I love seeing that. So get onto the Flash for Everyone server if you are looking for those practice tournaments, because they are popping off. Actually, Jacoloco, our first interaction, I ran into him, our interaction at the before, is because he was a TO for Flash for Everyone. So he got his practice in, and it has paid off as he is number 2 in the world. He's on the leaderboard for GBL. He's ranked 47th in the play Pokemon scene. He is proving himself to be a top tier battler right now, and it came with a ton of practice over there with Flash.
So does that mean since you beat Jacko 2-1, does that count towards your ranking at all?
You know, when it never counts, I always step up and do amazing.
How do we petition to have that count?
I don't want it to count just because poor Jacoloco didn't know my Nidoking was going to be rocking that Mega Horn. So even he was like, Mega Horn, huh? I was like, yeah. It would be great to get, I mean, it feels good to take a win, but again, this is just first looks. We haven't had that much practice into this meta. It has just started, so get your tournament runs in. There's a lot of other stuff out there, but get your tournament practice in so that way you can build your teams and get some better comfortability with how your team plays out. Maybe he goes and doesn't shield something, or shields something I throw at him earlier in the matchups so that he doesn't only end up with 2 shields in the back end. That was really a pillar tactic for Pillar Cup. 2 shield Malamar was a huge thing in that meta, but I don't think 2 shield in the back here is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, and also, if you're listening or watching this and you are looking for a cup and would like to let us know, comment down in the comments, and we'll try and take our time to help find you a cup, and maybe even join that cup as well, just so that you can make sure you get your ranked battles in.
Yes, we will try. I mean, if you're looking to get your ranking in, but more than welcome and happy to get that going and let everybody know when that is. We'll go through the Flash for Everyone server. It's wonderful there. They've got a great coordination and great TOs. So yeah, great call, Brown. Well, hopefully you'll get some tournaments in this month. I know we're going to do our fun practice tournament. I'll probably have some time this weekend. So be on the lookout there. We'll have some practice tournament fun this weekend. Also be sure to get for your community day, because that's this Sunday too.
I am going to be running Toxapex, and then I am going to I'm going to message Sosaflo every time I win with Toxapex to be like, I told you so. And you're going to get a bunch of I told you so's. And if you don't, I'm going to be really sad at myself.
If I don't get at least 3 I told you so's by our next video, I am putting you on blast. If I get more than 1, I will put myself on blast. So stay tuned for the next video. And so like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on whether or not Brownballer is going to be hitting me with those I told you so's, or if I'm going to be showboating how Tentacruel is the way to go. Actually, in the chat as well, let us know down below, Tentacruel or Toxapex. Love to hear from you on what y'all think about those thick poisons.
Watch the joke be neither of them.
Neither, right? Everybody's going to be like, Araquanid. What are you dum-dums doing? Araquanid, right? Araquanid.
Yeah,
Araquanid.
Araquanid.
that's going to wrap it up for us today on this video. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this is helpful for you out there as you are going through your journey. We are halfway through the Devon Season 2, and it is just getting warmed up here on the leaderboards. So now that Pillow's wrapped and we've got our 4th meta, we are ready to get it going and get that crunch time in, because there's not much time left before we are at Worlds. So, Brown, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to be building my team right now for the Ingot Cup. So, if there's any suggestions in chat or anything you guys want to see me run, I will run anything and everything because I do it for you guys. So,
Dedenne, Emolga.
I have an Emolga build.
Lord Overquill. Lord Overquill. Not Quillfish. Overquill.
I don't know if I have. How good's Emolga going to be?
No, you said you'll run anything.
I know I'll run anything. I'm not. I like Emolga.
I
think it's decent.
I think it's decent too with the new Thundershock. It could play very well against some of these water Pokemon.
All right.
Well,
we're live building my team. We're running
all right, folks.
Sosa.
All right, folks, as Brown finishes his team, we're finishing up this video. Thank you all for watching Battle Network, and like always, keep on battling.